Bienvenidos, ami Libro Platica. I'm here to share with you a book on environmental justice. The title of the book is Environmental Justice in a Moment of Danger. It is written by Dr. Zulizi, a professor of American Studies at the University of California system. The book observes that those on the environmental justice front lines have been living, dying, and fighting for a long period of time. In the book, Dr. Zulizi presents four arguments. The first argument is environmental justice movements are freedom struggles. The second argument is environmental justice movements are significant for the present time. The third argument is these movements are intersectional. And the last argument is environmental justice movements cross time and space. This book has introductory part, concluding part, and 3 chapters. These 5 segments of the book offer readers different cases of environmental crises, movements, and make an effort to connect these events together. In chapter 1 of the book, readers get to know about the Dakota Access Pipeline case and the struggle of the Standing Rock Sioux. Well, the Dakota Access Pipeline is an underlined route of approximately 1200 miles that goes across 4 states: North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, and Illinois. Dr. Zulizi enumerates us the interconnection between environmental racism and the native-non-native joint struggle against that Dakota Access Pipeline case. The book explains here how solidarity between natives and non-natives have converted the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation struggle movement into an iconic environmental justice endeavor. In chapter 2 of the book, Dr. Zulizi orients us water injustice and environmental racism in Michigan and in California. In Michigan, the case of Flint water crisis was brought into discussion. This crisis is a public health crisis that started 10 years back, in 2014, after drinking water for the city of Flint was contaminated with lead and bacteria. Regarding Central Valley privatization case, which is located in the Sierra Nevada mountain, in the west side of the mountain, this Central Valley project was once upon a time world's largest water and power project. This project was the culmination of 80 years of political fighting over the most important natural resource of the state of California, that is water. In chapter 3 of the book, Dr. Zulizi explains in detail how radical hope can be generated during environmental disaster time. From the discussion of the book, it is apparent that author connects different disciplines together while discussing about environmental injustice and racism. To be specific, the book connects American studies, indigenous studies, ethnic studies, philosophy, legal issues, and so on. The discussion of these 3 chapters of the book are centered around 2 questions. The first question is, what crossroad and moment are we now? The second question is, what might we learn from the environmental justice movements in our moment of danger? The arguments in response to these questions make it clear that environmental justice rejects separation of legal and political issues. I'm now going to share 2 of my favorite quotes from the book. The first quote, I'm picking it up from page 67. Social movement actors use the connection between polluted places and populations to combat a stigmatizing feature of degradation. Population and pollution in unjust environments are tightly wound together as a result of politics, that is, racism, migration, capitalism, militarism, colonialism, land theft, and gender violence, and history, not biology. This rejection of stigmatization and the claiming of particular places as a home, despite clear evidence of their extreme pollution, is a driving force for environmental justice activism. Now, let me share the second favorite quote from the book. It's in page 102, that is the concluding paragraph of the book. Environmental justice movements reject the slow deaths and fast violence everywhere. Environmental justice is about living and loving beyond the shadows and the numbers. It is about love and creation in a moment that fetishizes death and spurns care. It is about reclaiming the ethics of morality and widening the circles to respect land and home and to acknowledge trauma and history. We have much more work to do. Welcome to the future. I think this concluding paragraph of the book reflects Dr. Zulisi's non-naive radical hope on environmental justice movements. Thank you.